Next up, he's American, so he's personally responsible for the Gulf War, Aj Barker.
Thank you very much. First off, I'd like to congratulate our opponents. They've done a great job of being positive and coming up with a lot of examples of how people make humor. But the first thing we have to address is that we've all assumed through this whole debate that God exists. There's a lot of people that feel God doesn't exist. If God doesn't exist, no God, no sense of humor, we win right there. But, thank you. But let us assume for this debate that he does exist. And I guarantee you he does not have a sense of humor, because he is the Almighty. And he created everything. So if the Almighty has a sense of humor, then this world would be freaking hilarious. And it's not. It's stark and brutal. Shark attacks. Nothing funny about that. But if God was funny and humorous, there wouldn't be shark attacks, there would be clown attacks. You know, you're sitting on the beach. And you notice about 60 yards out, a little red ball skimming across the water. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Clown! Kevin! Oh God, it's so funny! Kevin! Clown! Look out for the clown! What? Clown, what? But he notices too late. Just in time to see a little daisy poke out of the water. And before his lips can form a scream, squirt, right in the face. Why? Why, Kevin? The Lord works in hilarious ways, son. If God had a sense of humor, he would have made at least one funny commandment. I mean, they're all so serious. He would have had to throw one in there to fuck with us. Been like, okay, thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor. Hey, take it easy, God. I'm chiseling as fast as I can down here. Thou shalt not kill. And thou shalt not wear pants on Thursday. What? No pants on Thursday? Well, that's going to take a little bit of the kookiness out of Casual Friday. So many stories that they pointed out of the Bible are they're regular stories, and they've put their own humanistic. They've taken humor, which is a filter with which humans perceive things, and they've made them funny, often by making bullshit out of thin air. But if you look at the Bible, it's not funny. Look at the story of Eve sitting in the garden. A serpent slithered up to her. Just slithered up. Oh, ha, you're killing me. There's nothing funny about that. That scene could have been so much funnier. If God had a sense of humor, Eve would have just been sitting there, and then suddenly she would have just noticed a very tempting can of mixed nuts sitting next to her. That'd be funny. How dare these heretics suggest that God is as if God is some cheap club comic. Hey, forget about it, huh? It's great to be here. I'm God, huh? Hey, come on, I'm God. At my age, it's great to be everywhere, huh? Forget about it. Hey, God, you suck. You're not funny. Oh, yeah? Well, at least I don't got a dick in my forehead. I don't have a... What the fuck? Don't heckle God. God is brutally precise. God is efficient, but God does not have a sense of humor. Therefore, tonight, we can conclude that God is German. And I know, because I've performed in Germany, and they thought my act was god-awful. It was a simple fact, they didn't get sarcasm at all. as a comic in a new city, I use sarcasm. I come out to Melbourne, I say, oh, well, it's great to be here in Melbourne. I love your city, but I think maybe you guys could have a few more 7-Elevens, okay? It's a nice little opening joke. You get it. I'm being sarcastic. You do the same thing in Germany. Oh, it's good to be here in Germany. The food here is terrific. Yeah, great food. But, I don't know, could you guys, like, maybe eat more meat? I don't think there's enough meat in the meals. Every night, 300 Germans just look back at me like, what? But we already eat lots of meat. Everything we eat is meat. What the fuck is he talking about? Every plate's like some kind of Noah's Ark sampler buffet, man. What do you want us to do? Cut the meat open and put more meat inside of it? Like some kind of meat-a-pita? Hey, that's a great idea. Write that down. So, let me just say in closing that we win. Our side wins. Let me explain why. Let me just explain why. Well, if we win fair and square, we win. And if we somehow offended God with our little jokes and our little humor, and God, in his almighty power, lets their team win, then that simply proves that God can't take a joke and he has no sense of humor. So we win either way. Thank you very much.
Does God have a sense of humor?